Hi, I'm Kylie-Cloud, and today I'm here to talk about a comedy challenge that was not funny. Today's resident artiste is a Miss Zadie Electrolacy. Gorgeous painting here full of thought and precision and poeticness. So today we start out with a mini challenge where the queens have to sing and dress up as drag kings, essentially. Now, this is slightly problematic because, as we know, we cannot have drag kings on a drag race according to RuPaul. So for us to be performing as drag kings is doesn't really make sense. Not to mention they are all terrible, dreadful singers and should never sing again. I think everyone looked fine, everyone looked attractive, everyone was like doing drag. Next step, let's have drag kings on Drag Race. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the not funny comedy challenge now. First up is Ahora. Now Ahora is dressed beautifully. She is absolutely stunning on the stage. I love the hair, she cinched it the way, she's in a lovely gown, looks beautiful. Ahora is very blue today. Blue meaning a lot of very graphic sexual jokes. I would like to start off by saying that none of them are funny. So we're basing our opinions off of who was the best of the worst. So Ahora is the only contestant that gets some of her lines bleeped out. Now you may think, oh, she said something absolutely horrible and just beyond the BBC. The truth of the matter is, she said something about her grandmother having a gaping hole, which compared to the other things that she said is really not that bad. The reason that it was bleeped was because they contacted her grandmother and said, hi, your grandson said this about you on national television. Can we keep it in? And of course she said no. If I was a grandmother and my grandson went on an international drag television program and told the world that I had a gaping hole, I wouldn't let that air either. Next up is Tace. So here's the thing with Tace. Tace is funny but runs out of steam, and the real problem here is that Tace does not have confidence. If Tace had started out this entire set with a lot of confidence and been like, oh, I'm the funniest person here, I'm so funny, then maybe we could have had a better set and maybe she could have been safe or in the top. I thought she was funny. She did have a few jokes that sort of petered off, I suppose, and that didn't really go anywhere. But I thought the jokes that she did tell us were pretty funny. She just wasn't the best, if there is a best. Next up is Ellie. This is probably the one set that I really cringed at. I said, oh no, what is this voice and why do we keep using it? The problem was, she used it too much. She would do this low, deep, devil-like voice, and by the second or third time that she did it, it just wasn't funny. It didn't go anywhere. By the fifth time that she did it, I was like, oh my God, we're still here. We're still doing this. It's the same joke over and over. In my personal and humble opinion, I wished that Ellie would have been in the bottom, but we'll talk about that later. Bimini was average at best. It was very just like, the reason I think why she did well was that she was very cool, calm, and collected. I think that she was not particularly funny, but I think she, in a way, captivated her audience. This is another example of a drag queen saying something that wasn't really that funny, but got picked up as a slogan anyways. Bimini says, dismantle the patriarchy, which has been retold in the book of Drag Race for many weeks now. It wasn't that funny. Same as Jada Essence Hall saying, look over there. It was an awful, stupid joke, and it will never be funny. I thought Bimini did fine. So next up is Lawrence. thing about Lawrence is that Lawrence is not really confident, and Lawrence likes to talk a lot. This is a very bad mixture because someone who is not confident and talks a lot of shit. At a certain point, Lawrence would tell a story and then continue telling a story, and then I just ended up realizing that this is not funny and I wanted her to stop talking. This is sort of the start of Lawrence becoming unmemorable. I think that Lawrence has sort of psyched herself out in a way, and at a certain point said, oh, I'm a comedian, so I really need to do good at comedy, which is why inevitably she's failing. Okay, so that was not funny. Moving on to the runway. Okay, so category is stoned on the runway. What would I have done? I would have come out on the stage as a boulder, walked to the end of the stage, and poured a bucket of gravel onto the stage and walked off the stage. Okay, so first up we have Ellie Diamond. I think this is pretty. Everything that Ellie Diamond wears is extremely predictable, but this is very nice nonetheless. Let's start with what I like. I love these 6-inch glittery nails. I think I love the fur on her shoulders. Gives a good shape. I always love a pleaser. She has to be in drag 8 feet because these are at least 8-inch shoes, if not 10. They're a nice calf height. They have all these stones dripping off of them. She makes everything that she wears, and it is always very clean. I feel like her titties are too small. She is wearing little boobies, but they are very small and spread out. Like, you are a very large woman with some very small titties. She has her signature, you know, big hair, but she has some stones coming down to make it all cohesive. She has stones on the arms, she has stones on the collar, she has stones coming down her breasts. She has stones on the skirt, stones around the skirt, she has fur. You know what? I think this is a good outfit. Is it top 5 worthy? Maybe, but I will give her props since she does do literally everything herself. And as always, her makeup is stunning, gorgeous. I mean, like, blended, lots of white, lots of highlights, soft, smooth, silky, luxurious, and gorgeous. Okay, so next up is Lawrence. Lawrence is a big spoopy alien from the planet of Glamtron who has been crystallized after a long night of hooking. Let's see. I like the boot. The good thing about Lawrence is that she knows her shape and she sticks to it. All of her outfits may look the same, but all of her outfits do look relatively good on her since she knows her body shape and sticks to it. So like there's always a very nice curve in the body. This gives me very like Eureka vibes. It's very something Eureka would wear on season 10, not season 9. The entire thing is stone, so I'll give her props for that. At the end of the day, it is literally a bodysuit. It's a stoned bodysuit. Michelle every single season says that's just a bodysuit. We don't allow just bodysuits on RuPaul's Drag Race. Well, Michelle, this is just a bodysuit. I think my favorite part about this, the most original part of it, is this headpiece with all the crystals coming out of the head. There's a very large crystal on top. I like the crystals on the shoulders. I guess I like everything with the crystals, really. Nothing else is really extreme or fun or whatever, but the crystals are the best part about this outfit. Next up is Tace. So Tace is suffering from the no matchy matchy syndrome. Tace's tights do not match her skin color, which creates 2 skin tones on the top and the bottom. This is a problem if we're in the top 5. Otherwise, Tace looks elegant. Love this hair on Tace. I think Tace is also suffering from not a lot of money because I feel like if Tace came back for All Stars, we would get this top, but we would also get something on the bottom. I feel like the bottom is missing and this shoe is not helping. This is a poor excuse of a shoe. I love her nail in this with the big stone hanging off of it. There's many crystals dripping off of this. It's very metallic. I love these pieces of plastic covered in stones. I do appreciate that her tights are stoned. In this particular outfit, I love this huge, thick choker going around her whole neck. Basically everything that can be stoned is. Good job. Bimini Bamboo Lash is giving very like punk rock glamour, popping all the pimples, the lips are right, the cheeks are right. I mean, makeup, stunning, great, beautiful. My favorite part about this is all of the different sizes of stones. I actually don't think these are stones. These are not stones. These are more pearls. So they're almost like beads. They're round. So with that being said, could this be considered stoned on the runway? I guess so, since you won. I just feel like it's very like abstract and like they're not placed in a certain pattern or order. I think I really like this look. I wasn't too sure about it. So I like this look, but I didn't know if RuPaul would like it. Because sometimes I go, that is a great look, and RuPaul says, I just don't get it, you're going home. So Bimini really walked out on his stage and I said, oh, Bimini may be in trouble, but me personally, I liked it. So lastly is Ahora. Ahora has brought a prop. Ahora has brought an IV bag. IV bags they've been done so many times on Drag Race. Someone should literally come onto Drag Race named IV bag. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, IV bag. Ahora has gotten a ton of plastic surgery over the quarantine, and it very much shows in this outfit, for better or for worse. She is absolutely dripping in jewels. So I will say that this is a nude bodysuit, but I think the amount of jewelry coming off of her body is truly splendid and spectacular. Did she use tape to give her waist a cinch? If you zoom in, I believe that there is tape over the nude bodysuit. This is strange. Okay. There are many details in the IV. All of the parts of the IV are stoned. This headpiece. Okay, so I think the wig is flat, and I think she tried to compensate with all these wires on her head. People aren't understanding these wires. I think these wires are supposed to be the IV hoses. I think that's what they're supposed to give, but they're on her head. To be very honest, I don't think the Ahora deserved to be in the bottom for this look. I just think it looks pretty. So Bimini wins the main challenge. Congratulations. Love that Bimini is continuing a winning streak. Love it. Cannot wait for Bimini to sneak right past Lawrence and win this entire competition. So Ellie Diamond is safe. That is certainly a choice. I'm going to say that Ellie Diamond deserved to be in the bottom for that absolutely heinous comedy challenge. So Taste and Ahora are in the bottom specifically so that they can have the storyline of two best friends lip-syncing against each other. This was not a matter of who did the best and who did the worst, because if that was the case, Ahora would have been safe. Ahora was in the bottom very specifically so that they could get a storyline. Here's the thing. Taste is a brilliant, beautiful, fascinating lip sync artist. When Taste is on a stage with someone else, my eyes are only drawn to Taste. I don't care who else is on the stage, this is a Taste performance. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, every single facial expression, every single move of the fingers. Taste knows how to move her face, her body, her limbs. Taste doesn't even have to dance. I can just sit there and watch Taste perform the song and I will be completely happy with that. Ahora, on the other hand, to be very honest, I didn't remember. So Taste wins, which means that Ahora very controversially went home. Do I think it's the right choice? No, but it's not my Drag Race. Well, I can't wait for Taste and Bimini to be my top two. Wouldn't that be crazy if Taste was our first winner to be a lip sync assassin and to lip sync more than 3 times? I think that would be neat. but I also think Bimini deserves it. I'm Kylie-Cloud, and my grandmother does not have a gaping hole.